L.I.C.K show. It's the morning show. 6 to 10 a.m. It's the morning show. The L.I.C.K show.
Definitely, the feedback that I've been getting can definitely relate to that.
The funniest part of the movie was when he invited you over to cook, but he like burned the mushrooms and he had like all the kills, because I think every dude has been through that part of life where you're trying to impress them really good. So you're not burning mushrooms and kill. I'm talking about like trying to impress. I was trying to impress them, so you're doing something outside of your norm, but you messing it all up. But it's still like the thought that you just don't put effort into anything.
Yeah, he don't do
anyway, every good dude has experienced.
What you can't say I'm a good dude. This is just what you see is what you get.
No, but you gotta put like my boy was trying to chop up the kill and had a little fruit and burnt the mushroom. I was like, bro. But she ended up cooking, so it was cool.
Fruit and mushrooms together. That's why
she's a vegan. He was buying $15 muffins.
Yeah, that's
right.
like vegan food don't cook right.
You know what?
When we think we found the one, are we going off of what society thinks is good for us, or are we looking for what we want for ourselves? Because I found a lot of that in that movie.
Yeah.
You went on a date with the one guy that pretty much, I would think on paper, he met everything that you was looking for.
Yeah.
The one that traveled through the country.
Yeah.
He told you about your boyfriend.
Yeah.
He was like perfect on paper for everything you wanted.
Yeah.
But then I was just like,
Dude was rude to her though. He was rude to her kind
I
of.
don't think towards the end. Well,
it was kind of like he was challenging.
Yeah, he was. What they say, like too smart for his
Possessive.
own good type
Yeah.
thing. Like he just knew a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So he just likes to
He was a
learn
smart
and
ass.
push that on somebody. But I don't think he was trying to be mean or rude. He was just.
When he asked, he was like, "What was his name?" I like, "Yeah, you know, he was the dude who gave it to her, did you?"
He knew
like,
it.
yeah, he knew.
He knew it. He said, "Who's the guy?"
Yeah.
So do you, like, in your personal experiences when it comes to relationship, have you felt like, oh, I know that this one is the one, and like your family might say like, no, why don't you, date this one because he's the better one, but you just felt for yourself?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Look, I have 16 brothers and sisters.
Oh, my gosh.
So my father, he had me when he was 52, 57.
Okay.
So I was always raised by an older man, essentially. So their opinions, because there was a lot of opinions being, I have such a large family, there was a lot of them. So respectfully, yes, sometimes your family will have opinions of, or try to guide you and navigate you through what they think the ideal relationship should be. Have I listened?
Do we ever
listen?
Do we ever?
I mean, I'm a Taurus, so for anyone that knows anything about Taurus,
April and
women,
May.
I'm a May, very
picky,
very stubborn, and very passionate. So when my mind is set on something, there's no talking me out of it. Almost sometimes to my own detriment. It's like, no, that's what we're doing. And I'm like that too in my relationships. Like, I want what I want. And sometimes that's kind of how the song Options was inspired, even my single, because I had to really have a come to brave moment where it was like, but is this good for me? And sometimes, people in relationships, I feel like we all can experience that, maybe being in something way too long than what we should be, but we'll make excuses like, well, he's really nice, or, we get along, or whatever it is, if you have children with somebody. But my thing is really just listening to your inner spirit, allowing your intuition guide you. And if your intuition keeps telling you the same thing over and over and over again, sis, we gotta listen.
And did you feel like while you were doing that role that some of your personal experiences, you was like, dang,
I was like, oh, did they write this movie for me? No, I mean, I definitely found some resemblances with the character. I mean, because that is the dating world. I mean, it would be perfect to just find the one person and that be it, and you'd be like, okay, we're getting married and there's no more experiences. But that's kind of what life is. It's just the fabrics of all these experiences, and that kind of is also what teaches us even what we like, have a frame of reference. I remember when Ray took me to, and then he just bounced out on the check, okay, I'm not going to do that again, So, for me, it's all lessons and blessings.
And I think what I took away, and if you want to say what you took away from the movie, what I took away from the movie was something that the parents and the adults were saying is you can fall in love with the person that you're with, which I truly believe that if both people, if both people come in with the mindset and the final goal to make a marriage work or make a relationship work, then I think you can literally make it work with whoever you're with. Even if you never met the person, like just in other countries, they put them together and they're married for 50, 60, 70 years. So I just feel like when we make all these lists of things that we want, sometimes that you got to scratch that list away and just like the person that you're with, focus on what y'all want. If y'all both come to the table like, I want to get married, I want to have kids, I want to own a radio station, I want to do this, I want to do that, and y'all are on the same team, to keep that in mind through every argument, that y'all are not enemies, that y'all are together, this, that, and the third, instead of like the character was like, well, we didn't match. And that's because that's on paper and what you would like, but that might not be what you need.
And a lot of times women will do that. We'll be so married to this idea, to this ideology, to this list that we've created in our minds, but that doesn't even exist. It's not even a real thing. Because to find a 10 out of 10, well, I'm not a 10 out of 10. You know, I have my own flaws, so who am I to expect somebody else to not have a flaw? And then if they do have a flaw, it's like, oh, he's not the one.
Let Derek Jack tell you. Let Derek Jack tell you, no, you ain't got no flaws. We got all the flaws.
He will tell you that. He get on my
I
nerves now.
can't understand that. I told you, if I ever see him, I'm gonna punch him in the throat. For all men.
No, I think one thing that I did take away, like y'all just said, even men will sometimes look at, like, she doesn't have this, she doesn't have that, but you're not looking at everything that she does have. One of the funniest things, okay, can you explain something for me really quick?
Sure.
The movie, because I was trying to figure out what was going on. Was your mama pregnant when she got with your daddy or something? Like, I was trying to figure out what was going on.
They slipped by that like it didn't happen.
Oh, at the dinner table?
Yeah. When your auntie was
she said,
like,
we're happy now.
They were saying essentially that she trapped him, kind of like.
Okay.
And it was like an underlying like joke. He's like, wait, what? Like, what you talking about?
That's why I was like, okay, so one of the kids not his?
Turkey based.
That's funny that you caught that.
You got based.
No, like seriously,
You
when
probably
she
put a
said, the auntie said, she said that she was with your uncle, but like basically she didn't love him or they wouldn't love. I can't remember how she put it, but I've been told by numerous people, if you can't be with the one you love the one that you're with. I don't particularly agree, because if I'm going to be with you, it's because I love you and I want to be with you, not because I'm settling. But like I've heard that a whole lot, and there are a lot of people who I know who have had successful relationships, loving the one that they were with based on being with who they really love.
I mean, there's so many different variations of how you can go about a relationship. You know what I mean? And there's not just one general paintbrush that you can paint everybody with the same type of idea. I mean, for that even, I mean, like you said, I personally may not agree with that, but I have multiple older people in my life that I know were, you know, he was a good man. He came home, he paid the bills, he worked hard, and we still together. Now, are they happy? I don't know.
And that's my point.
You know, but hey, 40 years later and 12 grandchildren, you know, so it's like the optics look different for everybody. It's just kind of figuring out what really works for you.
At the end of the day, they all did one thing. They loved theirs. Like I think J. Cole made that song, "Love Yours." That line could have never been more true than anything else.
Explain what you mean.
Because it's like, all right, you're never gonna love life till you love yours. Meaning that no matter what it is, there's always something better right around the corner. Like he dropped a line saying that there's always fresher clothes than the ones you rock. There's always gonna be a better female on tour. There's always gonna be better cars than you rock. But nothing really matters. You're never gonna love yours. You never love life until you love yours. Meaning everything that you are around, everything that's put in your place. Like we can sit there and say, yeah, you know what? I want to go work for you. I want to go do this. I want to do this. But I'm here. This is my life. You know what I'm saying? This is who I'm connected to. This is who God's put in my life. Yeah, I want Rihanna. But this is who I'm blessed with right here. Right. So this is my Rihanna.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so people don't ever recognize that.
I mean, there's so many things just coming up. I'm trying to think outside of Black Rose Rock. Finishing the album, essentially, that's kind of like my main focus right now. I just signed a deal with SRG/Universal, so I'm super excited to have that support. Thank you. I'm really excited to have that support behind, you know, my music. So right now I'm just putting the finishing touches on the album and looking to release that early summer, late spring.
So you know when the album comes out, you gotta come.
You know where you coming. You
Absolutely.
gotta know where you coming.
Absolutely, y'all lit.
So I have a question. Because I know that you were a part of a group before becoming solo. Is there anything if you prefer one over the other, like the solo, being a solo artist or versus being a part of Rich Girl?
I mean, they both have their pros and cons. I loved being in a group because it was just fun. I was like with my sisters, so every moment was like giggly and we cracking jokes. And but then with girl groups, it's very expensive. So it's not just me being able to pull up and okay, let's go here, let's go here, let's go here. It's like we got to figure out how we're gonna fly 4 girls, get 4 makeup, 4 wardrobes, 4 So it can be a lot. But I learned so much. That was such a defining moment for me in my career, just because I was really able to develop who I was as an artist vocally, and even confidence-wise, being on stage. We toured with Beyonce, so being in front of Beyonce's crowd of that many people at Madison Square Garden, it's like those types of performances really helped develop me. So that was a very instrumental part in my career.
So I know every singer has that one go-to song when people are like, "Ooh, can you sing something for me?" What's your go-to song?
Options.
Oh, quick!
I love it. I love
options.
it.
Let's get into options really quick. Tell us about options before we do that.
Yeah, so options for me, options is a song of like liberation. It's a PSA. It's like, if you're with someone in your relationship and they just need to be reminded, whether they're taking you for granted or maybe, things are just not how they were when they first initially started in the relationship. Every now and again, you have to remind somebody like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Don't take me for granted now. You got to treat me a little better than this, because otherwise I got options. And options, it doesn't even necessarily mean somebody else.
Okay, clarify that.
Yeah. The options, no, because the option.
Call his name then.
Right. No, because the option could really be, I'm choosing to put myself first. This relationship is a little bit too toxic for me, so let me, remove myself, because sometimes in relationships we forget that we do have that choice. So that's where really the song was inspired from.
Because them options, you can be Tanisha on Monday.
He on something totally different.
You can be.
That's what I took from
You can be. That was exactly.
Oh, you sick of me? I'm different.
Hey, that's why you cool.
Vaccine. Put the wing with the bang. Let me get the vaccine.
Yeah, like bring vaccine, bring Tracy. You know what? Them last 3, where Ebony at? Ebony's always nicer.
Because Ebony be listening.
Ebony's always nicer, okay? Ebony's always nicer. She listens, she cooks, okay? And then you know what? When I want to fight in public, go get Felicia.
My God. Fighting.
Go get Felicia.
I'm amazed that
Go
that's
get
what y'all
Felicia.
took from the video.
Right? I said that's what I took from it.
I was getting text messages like how dope the song is, seriously. So I had to go to Apple Music and send a link to a couple of people because they was trying to ask was it available yet. I was like, yeah, it's out.
Oh, it's on Apple.
It's on Apple, Spotify, Tidal. It's everywhere.
And it's on my playlist.
Yeah.
I took from it and I'm not just gonna say just on a female. Like a man could take away from this. Just a good person. Like somebody can take advantage of that and forget. Like I can be with somebody else, or I can't be by myself. Like, don't take advantage of my niceness, because that bitch can't come out. Don't take advantage, because I can be by myself, or I can be with somebody else, and you gonna lose me, and then you gonna come crawling back trying to say this, that, and the third. So yeah, that's what I took.
Or you can be like she said, be who you was the first day you met me.
Yes. I say it in the song.
Yes.
I just spell it out. A lot of times we get in relationships and you date the representative,
yes.
And all of a sudden the representative is there for 3 months, and all of a sudden you hit month 4 and you're like, hold up, where did you go? What just happened? So I just wanted to relate to there's a lot of different levels and ways that song I feel like can just hit on different aspects of relationships, women and men, not just women.
It did. When it's a good song, no matter it could. I mean, I can hear it definitely. You know how your girl get mad at you and you play this one song come on the radio and she's singing all loud. Like I can picture that in my head.
You feel like it's a shot. Like she's talking to you.
Listen, we're gonna turn the radio now because you're talking to me. But like I was sitting here with my eyes closed, just listening. And anytime it's a good song, it's an easy song to listen to. It always paints a picture, and you did a wonderful job, like painting a picture of like everything. I can see you getting your bags and leaving. I can see all of that, like him trying to make you stay. I saw all of it. In, so.
I thought I was the only person who did that. Like when I like a movie, I put it like to well, not a movie. When I like a song, I put it to a movie, like a movie scene. Like I can picture that exactly, just like
y'all standing there talking,
but
you getting your bag.
But the part that I got, and I guess like I said, what I took from it was, babe, I'm cheating on you today. Go get Tracy.
No, the video made me realize the dude thought he was the shit, and he had like 5 or 6 different women, and they all pulled up at the same time. And they're like, hold up.
Yeah,
I mean, well, he had options in.
Obviously, you know, Apple Music, the video is there, but I hadn't watched.
Oh, you didn't watch the video?
Obviously, he had options too.
Clearly, I can't stand you.
What did he say?
Obviously, he had options too.
And I mean, that's what I was illustrating. That's why it was 4 different characters. Like,
so can you tell me this? Has there like is this song like something that you've experienced before? Where I'm trying to get out of camera and she's right there.
The camera's on you. That's why.
Has there been a time where you've been in a situation where you have to tell like, bro, like let me tell you who I am. Like I got options. Like you're not the end all be all.
I mean, like I said, yes. And I have sisters, I have friends, I got best friends, I got fans, I got people that talk to me where it's like every now and again you might just have to like nudge that carpet from under somebody's feet just to remind them like you ain't the only man living. Like and it goes, like I said, it can go both ways for men and women. And it's kind of just like, it's a read, it's a PSA. Like, hey, that's really all the song is. It's just a reminder.
If you say that to a guy, I promise you, he gonna get his stuff together. Because nobody wants to know that somebody else can. Yeah.
It's a hard truth. It's definitely
a hard truth.
It goes both ways.
No, because you know you're gonna find it. You can find that one girl like, go get her then. I said, I'm never gonna tell you that because then you go get her and be crying somewhere. I'm gonna get my act together.
I'm the one that you don't say that to. We'll go get her. All right.
And then you're gonna be crying later on.
But first of all, but I mean, because if it goes like that, you sitting there saying, "Well, go get her." Then okay, well then if I go find her, then don't be mad at me.
You just don't love her. That's all that is.
Then don't say that. Well, no.
You're so quick to go and get somebody else. You never liked her in the first place. Yeah. And you gonna come back.
Well, first of all,
after you done with
first of all, if you telling me to go get somebody, then you didn't want me anyway neither. So
empty threaten, you know it. It's like do something. That's
then
like,
don't empty threaten me, because if you empty threaten me, I'm gonna take it for what it is.
You single, huh?
Yes, I'm single. Right now. First of all, hold on, time out now. Though.
By choice, we know.
So on the album, can we expect more music? Like, what can we expect from the album?
The album is kind of, it's a compilation of everything. I love hip hop, so musically it's like, for me, a marriage between R&B and hip hop. There's songs on there if you feel like getting ready to go to the club. I have some up tempos. There's songs in there that are more vulnerable. It's something on there pretty much like for everybody.
I love ballads. You don't have a ballad on?
I do have a ballad. It's one of my
She just want to sing in the car.
Hold on, what's a ballad?
A slow song.
Hey, I stopped smiling, bro. You
Slow,
didn't know that
emotional.
Well, first of all, you can't judge anything on my music since you said Michael Jackson could not really sing. That's
It's true.
That's something.
Can Michael Jackson sing?
Can Michael Jackson sing?
Absolutely.
Okay, once again, you cannot talk to me about.
No, I'm okay with standing alone.
Well, you are.
You definitely alone on that one.
What was said earlier was that because they asked about Prince and Michael Jackson. Of course, I said Prince is the better one. I said Michael really couldn't sing. Michael was an entertainer. Early Michael could sing, but when you got to all the he didn't say anything. He just did that for a whole song, and I don't think that's singing. That's what I said.
So we do a segment here. We can't let you leave without doing this segment called the Lick Lesson. When you hear the Lick Lesson, what comes to mind?
The lick.
And remember, this is internet. So technically, we have no boundaries.
The first thing that came to your mind when you heard Lick Lesson?
Options.
First became lick lesson. Y'all gonna, this might be this is weird. Not weird, but it's off. Only because maybe I went to a Catholic school, and so when you were bad, they would pop you.
Get your lick. Put those hands on you.
Are you talking about spankings?
No, you know what? No, I'm talking about when the nun would grab a ruler and pop you on your hand, and they would say
that was a lick. You got a licking.
I mean, they call that foreplay sometimes.
So anywho, what the lick lesson is we give you a couple of words to say. You got to say them 5 times fast, and you got to say them 5 times fast correctly.
Oh gosh. Okay, let's
you
go.
Ready?
Let's try.
All right, so we got red leather, yellow leather.
Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Red. Oh, shit. Red leather, yellow leather. Yeah, that's a wrap.
All right, I got an easier one for you. Last one. Let's see if you can get it. Toy boat.
Toy boat.
Mm-hmm.
Toy boat. Toy boat. Toy boat. Toy boat. Toy boat.
You know, I'm not getting it fast.
That was me.
Just a little bit.
Toy boat. Toy boat.
Toy boy.
That's so crazy.
I know. No, you didn't get there.
No, toy boy.
But we don't count it now. We don't count it now. Go ahead.
Toy boat. Toy boat.
No.
But I knew she was gonna get just because of her accent. That's why I wanted her to do that.
All right, I got one for you.
Go ahead.
You ready? Cheap soup.
Cheap soup. You can't even
Cheap soup. First of all, I did get it. Okay, ready? Cheap sheep soup.
Cheap sheep soup. Cheap sheep. Wow. Cheap sheep shoot.
I just really like look when she was doing that, like, oh, she gonna get it. Oh, she gonna get it right here.
And to help you out, I have never been able to do a single one of them.
Oh my
I can't do any of them.
You gonna see me doing that all day now. I'm gonna put it on live and be like, I did it, y'all.
She's gonna put it up at 11:30 tonight.
I've been working all day, right?
There's a secret to them. Like you gotta get in the mode of being like a mumble rapper. Remember, because I like you got like take off. Cheap sheep soup. See,
I'm gonna channel that energy.
you gotta see. You gotta like you gotta get your inner Migo on.
Okay.
Get your inner Migo on and be like, and then sometimes take off don't work. You be like, offset. Sometimes then that might not work. Then you just gotta go. You gotta eat. You gotta
name it. People
name it and channel it. Not yet. Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Alright, so is there anything that you want the people to know that we have not touched on? They're like, I gotta make sure I get this information out.
No, I think we touched on everything. I would just love for everybody to go check out love.com. Follow me on social media. Everything is Be More Brave. BMOREBRAVE. I'm very active on my social media, so I'll hit you back. I'll follow you back. The album is coming out late spring, early summer, but right now, please go download my new single Options on every streaming platform and go check out the video on Vivo. Tell me what y'all think.
I love it. Thank you so much for coming in. We truly, truly appreciate the fact, and ain't nobody else gonna get her because she gone tomorrow. Ha ha.
Yeah, we know that's true.
Yeah. All right, so we're about to take a break, and then we're gonna play Options one more time. But thank you again so much for coming in.
Thank y'all for having me.
In the morning, on your radio, everybody listening to the L.I.C.K show. Yeah. Love is cool with Kels, don't you know? We got AJ and Calipo. And what's the #1 radio? 92.3. The L.I.C.K. That's the morning show. That's the morning show. The L.I.C.K morning show. The L.I.C.K show. That's the morning show. 6 till 10 a.m. That's the morning show. The L.I.C.K show.
I just wanna lick show and chill. I just wanna lick show and chill. I just wanna lick show and chill. I just wanna lick show and chill.